Hey guys, it's Sky here. Today we're going to the Grand Rapids, Michigan area to a place called Zoology LLC. This is in Walker, Michigan, so if you're in the area, definitely check it out. It's going to be my first time visiting. Hopefully we're going to see some really cool animals, meet some awesome people, and just have a great time. I'm bringing you along with me, so stay tuned. You're watching Sky's the Limit Exotics. Now I'll admit, from the outside it doesn't look like much, but once you get inside, the walls are just lined with enclosures, and the enclosures are pretty great. They had a lot of smaller species, which is really awesome when it comes to handling. These guys were super cute. They were dwarf sun gazers, I believe they were called. Somebody correct me in the comments. I know somebody here knows what they are. But they were super adorable. But they also have invertebrates.
These are yellow spot isopods. They come all the way from France. Also known as roly-polies, potato bugs, pill bugs, woodlouse. I've heard a million other different names for them too.
And they did have some larger species too, like Max here, the tegu. And they had some really cool snakes, like this black rat snake. This roach is literally molting right now. This Burmese python here was quite beautiful. They said she's an albino granite and that she's a rescue and only a few years old, so she has a lot of growing yet to do. And just look at these redfoot tortoises. Can you imagine a more adorable face? I mean, come on now. And then of course I had to take a hyperlapse of this molting cockroach because it's just fascinating. But there's more.
Joel with Zoology.
Joel.
So yeah, we opened in July of last year.
Awesome.
And we interact with reptiles, amphibians, and insects.
That's awesome. And what is your favorite one to work with if you had to pick a favorite?
If I had to pick a favorite, maybe Max or Tegu.
Max is adorable.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. That cockroach isn't the only molt we saw though. Check out these giant tarantula molts that they have. Now these aren't dead tarantulas. These are exoskeletons that have been shed by tarantulas. And you can see those holes in the middle there where they squeezed the new legs out. This one had some really pretty blues on it.
I think we can see about getting her out.
This is Dorothy. She's a curly-haired tarantula.
She's beautiful. Do you know how old she is?
She should be 9 to 11 years old right now.
That's amazing. Of course, I had to keep checking on the cockroach throughout the trip, but check out the size of this tarantula. This picture doesn't do it any justice. And there's a frog. And there's a frog. I just love frogs. This is a prehensile-tailed skink, also known as a monkey-tailed skink. I've heard that these guys actually do best being kept in family groups, which I think is just fascinating because most reptiles like to be kept alone. This leaf-tailed gecko is pretty cool, but we get to learn more about him later in the video. But I want to show off his enclosure. Check this out. Got so many places to climb, and he likes to hang out right there in the front.
Yeah, a Burmese python. She has two morphs. She's albino, which brings the lighter color, and then granite, which is here in the south.
That makes sense. Big girl.
She's still a baby.
Oh yeah, she's got a lot of growing to do. How old is she?
3.5.
Aw, that big girl. My husband really wants a Burm, but I'm more of a retic person.
Yeah, retics are definitely more common.
Yeah.
Look at those eyes. That's just crazy. May I pet?
Yeah, you want to go with the better.
Hi, sweetie.
She loves her attention.
Hi,
Been
you
doing
are
this
so
'cause you were in
pretty.
jail for so long. Where are you going?
Run away!
You want his set? Okay, cool. Hi, I'm Marie with Zoology, and this is my favorite girl to work with here, Roku, bearded dragon. She is my personal pet. She comes to work with me just about every day, and she has been since she was about 4 months old, and she is just a little over a year and 5 months right now.
I love that he's just hanging out in the front there.
Yeah. So this is Spinach. He's our mossy leaf-tailed gecko. There are lots of different species of these guys. They come from Madagascar. They have the funniest little feet in the entire gecko. Stop. Thank you. In like the entire gecko dome, whatever you want to call it. They spend most of their time in the trees, and these geckos make an absolute point to make themselves invisible. They have really cool little ruffles and a really cool little beard you might be able to see if he stops moving.
Oh yeah, we can see that.
Yep. He can flatten his body and wrap those little ruffles around the branch. He can pull his eyes in a little bit too, and he is virtually invisible. Spinach here, though, is not that great at hiding sometimes, and he'll sleep right on the door or on the glass. Which, if you go to John Ball Zoo, they've got some leaf tails there too, and they all just sleep on the glass. It's like, wow, for a lizard, that makes it impossible to see, or like that makes a point to be impossible to see. You don't do a very good job of it.
Right.
Since he's an arboreal species, he is very good at jumping, and he has very sticky hands and sharp little claws that help with climbing. And they get their name from the leaf-shaped tail that they have. They're very cool. He's one of the smaller species. I'd say he's probably like a medium-sized species, but
Very stick-like legs.
very stick-like legs. He is very delicate.
His color is like exactly like a tree branch.
It really is, yeah. He's pretty cool. He's got beautiful big eyes, so you can tell that he's nocturnal. And they're very beautiful and very yellow.
Yeah, so big.
He can kind of pull him in his head a little bit, but he can't really blink, so he has to lick his eyeballs to clean him off.
His little gecko are
Man?
Yep. Yeah. Next is Argentine black and white tegu.
He's so much softer than I expected. I do have a piece of tegu shed from a local rescue, but I don't think I've ever actually pet a tegu before. Does he have much more growing to do?
Yeah. So he's about 9 pounds. At full weight, they'll be between 20 and 30 pounds.
Okay, yeah. You
So
got some growing
he
to
won't
do.
gain much more length, but he'll widen out and thicken out quite a bit.
Nice. Nice, love. It's so hard to fight the urge to pet him under the chin.
Yeah, you have to be really careful. We believe now maybe it's an inflamed tooth or something.
Oh, that's gotta be so uncomfortable. But you'll get it figured out.
I'm gonna pet him too.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going in your burrow.
So we call that pyramiding. It's almost always caused by a lack of vitamin A in the diet.
It looks like a little kiss. It's gross.
place. That was so much fun. We got to see some really cool animals, met some nice people, and I definitely plan on going back sometime. So if you want to check them out, I'll put their information down in the link in the description. And if you're seeing this from Facebook, I will have linked their Facebook page on this post. So check them out. Head out there if you have a chance. And I hope you have a great day.